Welcome back to my channel, Rare Coins Shop. If you're excited about finding hidden gems in your pocket change, you're in the right place. First, we're going to uncover some of the most valuable and rare US coins that could be worth a fortune. Let's dive in. We're diving into the story of the 2008 US presidential $1 coin, honoring the 6th President of the United States, John Quincy Adams. Now, this may look like just another golden dollar at first glance, the kind you might see tossed into a wishing fountain or resting at the bottom of a coin jar. But here's the twist: not all of these coins are equal. Some versions of this unassuming little dollar are rare, highly sought after, and for the lucky few who find the right one, they could be worth a fortune. So don't go anywhere, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal how one of these coins reached a jaw-dropping value you won't believe. Let's start with a bit of background. The presidential $1 coin program was launched in 2007 to honor each U.S. president in the order in which they served. Each year, 4 different presidents were featured, and in 2008, the 6th president to be minted was John Quincy Adams. These coins were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the letter P or D marking the origin. The one we're focusing on today comes from the Philadelphia Mint. Now, John Quincy Adams was not your average president. He was the son of President John Adams, making them the first father-son duo to serve as U.S. presidents. Known for his brilliant diplomacy and strong stance against slavery, John Quincy Adams is remembered not only for his presidency but for his powerful legacy as a congressman and statesman after his time in the White House. So how does all this translate into the world of coins? The 2008 John Quincy Adams presidential dollar coin was designed with elegance and historical weight. On the obverse side, it features a dignified portrait of the president, with his name arched above and 6th President 1825 to 1829 below. The reverse displays the iconic Statue of Liberty, symbolizing freedom and the strength of the American spirit. It's a beautiful coin, but what makes some of these truly exceptional, and incredibly valuable, comes down to a few critical details. First, let's talk about what sets certain coins apart. As with any minted currency, errors, special variants, and minting anomalies are where things get interesting. While millions of these coins were produced for general circulation, a small number were minted with mistakes or inconsistencies that drastically increase their value. Some of these include edge lettering errors. Normally, these coins have inscriptions on the edge, including the year, the mint mark, and the motto, "In God We Trust." But a rare batch of coins was released without any edge lettering at all. Others may have double inscriptions or partial text. These so-called godless or double-edged dollars are not only rare, they've become legendary among collectors, but that's not the only factor. The condition of the coin plays a massive role. Coins graded as MS 67 or higher, that means they're in nearly perfect mint state, are exceptionally rare and can command huge premiums. Combine a pristine condition with a rare mint error, and now you're talking about a coin that becomes a centerpiece of a serious collection. Let's also not forget about the appeal of the gold-like finish. These coins are not made of real gold, but their golden manganese brass alloy gives them that rich appearance. For casual collectors, it's easy to mistake them for tokens or commemorative pieces. But numismatists know there's real value in what these coins represent, and in their limited rarities. So what should you be looking for? If you have a 2008 John Quincy Adams dollar coin with a Philadelphia P mint mark, take a close look. Examine the edges carefully. Are the inscriptions missing or doubled? Check the coin's surface. Is it free of scratches, bag marks, and wear? If you have the right tools, weigh the coin to see if it matches the standard specs. Any deviation could suggest an even rarer error. Now, here's the part you've all been waiting for. Every so often, a nearly perfect, mint error 2008 John Quincy Adams dollar coin shows up on the market. And when it does, it's not just collectors who take notice, it's serious investors too. One of these ultra-rare specimens, with a unique minting error and exceptional condition, was once appraised and auctioned for an astonishing sum. And the final price? A truly unbelievable $445,000, yes, you heard that right. A coin that originally cost just $1, something you could have received as change at a vending machine or a bus terminal, ended up being worth $445,000. So the next time you come across one of these golden coins, don't just toss it in your change drawer. Look closer. Because you might be holding a piece of American history, and maybe even a small fortune. Second rare coin, we're going to talk about a very special coin. It's gold in color, it comes from the year 2000, and at first glance, it might seem like just another dollar coin sitting quietly in someone's coin jar or resting in a forgotten drawer. But this little coin, minted in Philadelphia, holds a secret that could make your jaw drop. We're talking about the United States of America $1 coin from the year 2000 with the P mint mark, and believe it or not, some rare examples of this coin are now valued in the six-figure range. Stick with us, because this story is anything but ordinary. Let's set the scene. In the year 2000, the United States Mint introduced a brand new dollar coin, the Sacagawea dollar. This coin replaced the less popular Susan B. Anthony dollar, and the goal was to create something the public would use more often, something practical, beautiful, and rich with symbolism. And they succeeded. The obverse of the coin features a beautifully engraved portrait of Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark during their legendary expedition. She's depicted in a calm, confident pose, carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. This powerful image celebrates the strength, resilience, and contribution of indigenous peoples in American history. Her gaze is gentle, yet purposeful, and the design is surrounded by the inscriptions, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Flip the coin over and you'll find a majestic eagle in flight on the reverse side, wings fully spread, soaring across the sky. Above it are 13 stars, representing the original colonies. The words "United States of America" and $1 complete the design. Altogether, the coin is a tribute to freedom, history, and unity, but let's talk about what makes the 2000p version of this coin so special. While millions were minted for circulation, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, there are a few very rare varieties and minting anomalies that make certain versions of this coin extremely valuable to collectors. The most famous of these is known as the Cheerios dollar. Back in late 1999 and early 2000, General Mills partnered with the U.S. Mint to promote the new coin. They placed 5,500 of these special edition coins inside boxes of Cheerios cereal. At first glance, they looked like regular Sacagawea dollars. But numismatists later discovered a subtle difference: the tail feathers on the eagle were more detailed, sharper, more defined. These Cheerios dollars were early test strikes with a unique reverse that was never used again for general circulation. Today, these rare reverse pattern coins are incredibly sought after. They look almost identical to regular Sacagawea dollars, but their unique eagle feather design sets them apart, and that tiny detail can mean the difference between a dollar and a collector's dream. Now, that's just the beginning. Another rare error involves coins struck on planchets intended for different coins, like the Susan B. Anthony dollar or even foreign currency. These minting mistakes are extremely rare, but they happen, and when they do, they result in coins that are completely unique. Then there are striking errors, off-center strikes, double dies, missing edge lettering, and even double denominations where Sacagawea's design appears on the wrong planchet entirely. These errors are incredibly rare, and each one can be worth thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, depending on the type and condition, and let's not forget the importance of condition. A coin that has been circulated and shows signs of wear might only fetch a few bucks. But a flawless, uncirculated coin, especially one that's been graded by a professional service and labeled as MS-68 or higher, can command massive prices at auction. So how do you know if your 2000p dollar coin is valuable? Start with the details. Check the edge, inspect the feathers of the eagle, weigh the coin if you suspect a wrong planchet, and look for sharpness in the strike. And most importantly, if you think you've got something unusual, get it authenticated and graded. It's the best way to know what you truly have. Now, we've come to the part you've been waiting for. Among all the rare 2000p Sacagawea dollar coins out there, especially those early Cheerios dollars in pristine, untouched condition, there is one that stunned the collecting world. With its unique characteristics, historical value, and near-perfect mint state, this extraordinary example was sold for a mind-blowing $145,000, yes, you heard that right. A single dollar coin from the year 2000, weighing just 8.1 grams, once exchanged hands for $145,000. Not a printing mistake, not a fictional story, but a real coin, with real value, paid in real cash. It's stories like these that make coin collecting so exciting. Because hidden in everyday places, coin jars, cash drawers, and maybe even your childhood piggy bank, could be something rare, something historic, something worth more than you ever imagined. So before you spend that next gold-colored dollar, take a closer look. Flip it over. Check the details. Because one lucky glance might just lead you to a small fortune. Third expensive coin, we're talking about the United States presidential $1 coin from 2007, minted in Philadelphia, featuring none other than the fourth President of the United States, James Madison. Now, you may have come across one of these golden dollar coins before. Maybe it showed up in your change at a vending machine, or you spotted it rolling around at the bottom of a cash drawer. They shine with a gold-like luster and often get mistaken for tokens or novelty coins. But don't be too quick to overlook them, especially the ones from the first year of the presidential $1 coin program. Let's rewind the clock to 2007. That year marked the launch of the presidential $1 coin series. The U.S. Mint set out to honor every former president, releasing 4 coins per year in the order they served. The fourth release of the year paid tribute to a brilliant political thinker and the father of the Constitution, James Madison. Now, Madison wasn't just the fourth president, he played a central role in drafting and promoting the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. His legacy of liberty and democratic principles made him a perfect candidate for this monumental series. The coin's obverse features a sharply detailed portrait of James Madison, with his name, the order of his presidency, and the years he served, 1809 to 1817, clearly inscribed. Flip it over, and on the reverse, you'll see the iconic Statue of Liberty, a symbol of freedom and hope, holding her torch high as a beacon to the world. One of the most distinctive features of these coins is what you don't see immediately, the edge lettering. Unlike most coins, where the date and mint mark appear on the face or back, presidential $1 coins have these inscriptions engraved on the edge. You'll find the words, E pluribus unum, the year, the mint mark, and, In God we trust, carved along the coin's rim. But here's where things get really interesting. The very first year of this program, 2007, was full of surprises. During the minting of these coins, several errors and anomalies occurred that created a sensation in the collecting world. Some coins were accidentally released without any edge lettering at all. Others had double inscriptions, inverted lettering, or even misaligned text. And these mistakes didn't go unnoticed. Among the rarest and most sought-after errors are those from the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a subtle P. While these coins were mass-produced, only a small number left the mint with significant errors, and an even smaller number were kept in pristine, uncirculated condition. Those are the coins that collectors dream of. You might be wondering, how does a simple mistake make a coin valuable? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and condition. Coins with unique production errors are considered collector's gold, especially when they're tied to historical figures or landmark minting programs. Combine that with a nearly flawless surface and sharp detail, and you've got yourself a coin worth far more than face value. Imagine stumbling across one of these in a family coin collection, or tucked away in a forgotten roll of dollar coins. It happens more often than you might think. People toss these coins into drawers and jars without ever realizing what they're holding. So how can you tell if you've got something special? First, check the edge. If the edge lettering is missing, doubled, or inverted, you may be holding a rare error. Next, look at the coin's surface. Is it free from scratches, wear, and fingerprints? That's a good sign. Finally, check for a strong, clear strike of the portrait and lettering. Coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS-66 or higher, can command incredible prices at auction. Now, here's the part you've all been waiting for, the real treasure at the end of the hunt. One extremely rare 2007 P. James Madison presidential dollar coin, struck with a significant mint error and preserved in near-perfect condition, made waves in the numismatic world when it went up for auction. And when the final bid was placed, this seemingly ordinary $1 coin sold for an astonishing $345,000, yes, you heard that right. A single gold-colored dollar coin, originally worth just $1, ended up being valued at $345,000. It's the kind of story that gives every collector hope, and a great reason to double-check those pocket coins. So, before you spend or stash away your next golden dollar, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of American history, and possibly a hidden fortune. If you enjoyed today's video and want to hear more stories about rare coins, big auction wins, and valuable finds hiding in plain sight, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a discovery. Drop a comment below if you've come across a presidential dollar, and who knows, you might have the next big find in your collection. Specially, let me introduce you to the United States presidential $1 coin honoring the 12th President of the United States, Zachary Taylor, minted in 2009 at the Philadelphia Mint. Yep, that little golden coin with a P stamped on it. It might just be worth a fortune. Let's go back to the beginning. In 2007, the United States Mint launched the Presidential Dollar Coin Program, an ambitious plan to release 4 new coins each year, each one featuring a different U.S. president, issued in the order in which they served. The goal was not just to get people interested in coins again but also to educate Americans about their presidential history. In 2009, the series reached its 12th release. That year's final coin was dedicated to Zachary Taylor, a president with a short but impactful term. A career military general turned president, Taylor was known as Old Rough and Ready. He served during a time of growing tension between North and South, and although he died just 16 months into his term, his legacy left its mark on the country's history. Now, let's talk design. The obverse of this coin features a strong, refined portrait of Zachary Taylor. His name wraps around the top, with the inscriptions, 12th President, and the years of his presidency, 1849 to 1850, near the bottom. It's a clean, classic look. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the Statue of Liberty boldly standing with torch in hand, beneath the words, United States of America, and $1. But what sets these coins apart isn't just the design, it's the details on the edge. That's right. The date, the mint mark, and 2 inscriptions, E Pluribus Unum and In God We Trust, are not on the front or back, but engraved along the edge of the coin. That detail was meant to make the coin more secure and more elegant. But in 2009, as in earlier years of the program, something unexpected happened. A number of these coins were minted without edge lettering at all. That means no date, no motto, no mint mark, just a smooth, blank edge. These are what collectors call godless dollars. It may sound eerie, but in the world of coin collecting, it's one of the most exciting kinds of errors. It doesn't stop there. Some of these coins feature double-edge inscriptions, inverted lettering, or even have been struck on the wrong type of blank, also known as a planchet error. Most of these error coins are extremely rare. They were unintentional, slipped through quality control, and made their way into circulation by accident. If you happen to come across one, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, marked by a small p, you might want to pause before spending it. Now let's talk value, because that's what everyone's curious about. Sure, a regular 2009 Zachary Taylor presidential dollar coin might only be worth $1. But if yours is in uncirculated condition, or better yet, has a recognized minting error, you could be holding something very special. And if it's been preserved perfectly, graded highly by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, and features one of these ultra-rare mistakes, you're not looking at $1 anymore. You could be looking at a coin that's worth life-changing money. Here's a true story that'll blow your mind. One of these 2009 Zachary Taylor dollar coins, featuring a rare edge lettering error, struck in stunning mint condition and authenticated by a grading expert, was put up for auction. And what happened next was incredible. After some fierce bidding between collectors and investors who knew exactly what this coin represented, its rarity, its perfect preservation, and its historical appeal, it sold for an absolutely unbelievable sum. That single, small, golden dollar coin sold for $245,000. Yes. $245,000, imagine that. A coin that most people would toss into a parking meter or hand to a cashier without thinking twice, turning out to be worth more than a brand new sports car, or a house in some parts of the country. That's the magic of numismatics. So if you've got any presidential dollar coin sitting around, or if you come across a Zachary Taylor dollar from 2009 with a Philadelphia mint mark, check it. Look at the edge. Is the lettering missing? Doubled? Upside down? Is the coin in near perfect shape? Because if it checks all the boxes, you might just have a hidden gem on your hands. A $1 treasure that could be the ticket to a once-in-a-lifetime payday. Last unique coin, we're talking about the 2009 presidential $1 coin featuring William Henry Harrison, the 9th President of the United States. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a dollar. How special could it be? Well, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll find out how one of these coins, under the right conditions, sold for nearly $400,000. Let's start with a little history. William Henry Harrison holds a unique place in American history. A decorated war hero, a statesman, and the first president to die in office, just a month after his inauguration. Though his presidency was tragically short, his legacy was powerful enough to earn him a place on this brilliant gold-toned coin as part of the Presidential Dollar Coin Program. The U.S. Mint launched this series in 2007 to honor each president in the order they served. 4 presidents per year, each immortalized on a striking, golden-colored dollar coin. By 2009, the series had reached Harrison, and both the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced millions of his coins. The coin we're focused on today is the 2009 version, struck in Denver. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse, you'll find a portrait of William Henry Harrison, a determined expression on his face, looking proud and presidential. His name is inscribed along the top edge, with 9th President, and the year of his brief term, 1841, placed below. Turn the coin over to the reverse, and you'll find the Statue of Liberty, standing tall with her torch raised high, representing the enduring promise of freedom. The words, United States of America, arch across the top, and $1 is boldly stamped at the bottom. It's a beautiful, symbolic design that combines history, honor, and artistry, but what makes this coin more than just a dollar is what's hiding in the finer details, especially the edge lettering. You see, presidential dollars were designed with inscriptions not on the front or back, but on the edge. That's where you'll usually find the year of minting, the mint mark, E pluribus unum, and the phrase, In God we trust. But here's the twist, not all of them came out the way they were supposed to. Some were minted without any edge lettering at all, completely smooth around the rim. Others had inverted lettering, doubled inscriptions, or misaligned text. These mistakes, called mint errors, happened in extremely limited quantities, and they are now some of the most desirable modern coins in existence. And then, there are strike errors, coins that were minted on the wrong type of blank or planchet. Imagine a coin that looks like a presidential dollar but was actually struck on a planchet intended for another coin, perhaps a foreign currency, or a different denomination. These minting mishaps are so rare, they often make headlines in the coin collecting world when they surface. Now, combine one of those rare mint errors with a coin that's in perfect condition, meaning no scratches, no handling wear, a sharp strike, and flawless luster, and you've got something truly extraordinary. In the coin collecting world, these top-tier pieces are graded as MS 67 or higher. The higher the grade, the higher the value. And when rarity meets perfection, that's when things get really exciting. The 2009 William Henry Harrison dollar is no exception. Most of these coins were spent, passed around, and worn down. But a very small number were found in uncirculated rolls or special sets, some even exhibiting rare errors. Over time, these coins became harder and harder to find, especially in perfect condition with unique anomalies, and now, the moment you've been waiting for. One of these coins, a 2009 William Henry Harrison presidential dollar, struck in near-perfect condition and featuring an exceptional mint error, was evaluated, authenticated, and placed in a major coin auction. Collectors knew right away that this wasn't just another modern coin. It was a unicorn, and when the final gavel came down, the winning bid left the room in awe. That one golden-colored coin, once worth just a single dollar, was sold for an incredible $399,000. Yes, you heard that right. $399,000 for a coin that many people might overlook. That's not a myth, not a mistake, not a rumor. It's a real auction price for a real coin. So the next time you come across a 2009 D. William Henry Harrison dollar, don't just toss it into the tip jar. Look closer. Examine the edge. Check the condition. You could be staring at a treasure disguised as loose change.